long shot, and I could use another round. I don't mean to be too bold. No, it's not at all like me. But when you're making your way home, would you like some company? 'Cause I'm tired of sleeping on my own, and I've such a long way to go. And you remind me of somebody I know. Can I stay with you a while? Whiskey eyelids weigh me down, son. When a smoke-filled talk comes to a close, and it's these moments where my mind runs from the emptiness of open roads. And I'm tired of sleeping on my own.
They weaken the molecules in the glass, so you don't have that whole piece fighting against that cut. And I think we should put another one there. You see how it gets wider here than it is here? Beautiful. These relief cuts, they let it go. Perfect. Now, you got all these molecules over here fighting against this cut. This is weak. This is strong. You don't want them to fight against each other. So, let's get rid of all of them molecules. And hopefully, there you go. Now it's weak. Now you just have this little piece fighting against this big piece. Shouldn't be any problem. I only have one more cut on this glass. I'll show you where it is. There you go. You have a grinder, you know. That's the cut right there. Alright, we gotta number that.
I'm tired of sleeping on my own. Oh, I've such a long way to go. And you remind me of somebody I know. Can I stay with you a while? Come tomorrow, I'll be gone again. So don't ask me for much. I'm no good at keeping promises. I promise this is enough. And I'm tired of sleeping on my own. Oh, it's such a goddamn lonely road, and I'm sleeping alone. But you remind me of somebody I know. Can I stay with you a while? 'Cause you remind
How about we keep the gloves and we make the legs clear? Does that sound right to you? We gotta cut the legs a little bit so we can stick. Now these look like high heels, which is what I was going for. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Now we have to set up for assembly, and if you look at my assembly table, you can see the assembly from last project, and we need to clean this up. God. You see all these little tiny pieces of glass? Well, I saved them, and I crush them up into tiny little microscopic pieces like that. You put them in a metal bin and just crush them up, and if you sprinkle those tiny chips of glass into wet paint, that it'll make the paint reflect, right? And people buy them. Let me show you here. So yeah, I saved them, and these guys buy them, and they're grateful for them, and I give them a decent price, but you know, and that's what you do with them. There you go, that's extra income for you. Always bleeding, always cutting myself, always. Alright, just because we're setting up for assembly doesn't mean we're ready to assemble. I got some U-came around here somewhere. There we go. I think this is 3/16 U-came. U-came. And we're going to use that on the border. I'm running low, so we're going to need some more of this. But this will get us started, and we need to stretch it. And put all you got into it. And it's going to be pretty straight. And it straightened itself out an inch or two. You say 28? Oh yeah, we got 28. 28 will be here. We gotta cut these ends off because the vise ruined it. And it's a 45-degree cut, as you can see. The inside here, it needs to be crushed back down so you can make a clean chamber in here. I'm taking these needle nose pliers here and just kind of just help clean up that pathway for the glass. We're going to solder this corner. But before we do that, we're going to put a piece of glass in the corner. A square piece of glass if I have one around here. And that's going to keep any solder from getting down in the channel. And this is going to be bottom piece, and of course we have to cut this piece off here that got screwed up. That was from the pliers where we were pulling it and stretching it. So we need a 45-degree cut here too. Hopefully you have a 45-degree square. And if not, just must be a deep cut, boy. It just keeps on coming. And we go over to the angle grinder and go ahead and just cut the 45 degrees. The channel, if you look real close, you can see it's not great. It's got to be opened up a little bit here. And we're going to clean that up with a little bit of alcohol, and we're going to use a little bit of alcohol on my thumb. That's where it's bleeding. And yeah, we're going to clean that up right before we flux it and solder it. Right. And remember, put a piece of glass in there. That's solder at a very high temperature. We're using 50-50 flux. So there's two. And now we know that's square, and now we can start assembling. I should solder the other side. I don't want to really push my luck right now. And I want to let that cool down a little bit. Now we're bringing it all over.